Oh, we started, my bad.
Well, I just getting things brewing over here. It's a brand new year, people. Brand new year. Let's get the show going. Welcome to Kramer and Jess Uncensored. We've returned. One of us is in a committed relationship. Really quick, hi, welcome back. We got a lot to talk about. I've got a Beyonce type schedule right now with our next guest, so I got to keep this thing tight.
Yeah, we only have 15 minutes with him.
Really quick though, just a disclaimer in case they're coming over from the radio show.
Our Uncensored podcast is very uncensored, and it's like the close friends feature on Instagram. So what we share here is only for a select few, and it's not supposed to be discussed any other time.
Our guest today literally said you got 15 minutes and just keep it to the music. He only wants to talk about his new track he's releasing, and that's it. So we're going to keep it at that. Garage Boy on the podcast, everybody. Yeah.
What's up?
Okay. You sound the least excited of the four of us, but that's completely fine. Well, congratulations, Garage Boy and Jess. Newly engaged.
We're getting married.
It's pretty crazy.
It is pretty wild. Can't even lie.
Yes. Does it feel weird yet to say fiance? You guys tripping out about that? That was the hardest part for me, is to learn the fiance part.
Yeah, fiance feels weird. Does it feel weird to you?
At first, yeah. It took a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you used to it?
I had to actually remember.
No, same. I think the other day I went to say boyfriend, and I was like, oh, hold up.
Wait a minute. That's not what we do anymore. Mm-hmm. That's not what we are. Garage, the reason we have you on the phone is because, we've now seen this viral video of you. It's now it's close to 2 million?
It's over 1.8 million views. I haven't checked it in a couple of days, but the last time it was 1.8 million people.
And Jess has had all the chance in the world to talk about her side of it. We haven't really heard from your side of this whole thing. So first off, I thought you were going to do it. When did you decide that you were going to do it over this break?
There's a lot of thought, brought into it, sort of, but kind of, me not going to Disneyland was kind of a good opportunity for a surprise, because she loves surprises.
Yeah.
But she actually hates them at the same time.
Sure. It makes sense. Sounds like Jess. She makes up rules and breaks them all the time. It's awesome. Well, why? So when did you decide, I guess, that you were going to do it over this, I guess, on the 20th? What was it like? When were you like, okay, this is it, I'm doing it?
It was the least unexpected. That's the reason why. And it was actually my friend's idea at the time. So,
but wait, when did you decide that was going to be it though? How long have you known about this? When did you get the ring? We don't know any of this. This is all completely behind everyone's back.
Oh, I got the ring a month in advance.
Okay.
Nice.
And
we were just hanging out in our house for a month.
Yeah. Where did you store it? Where did you keep it? Because that was also a really hard thing when you live with somebody, of where do you keep the ring?
In my boxer drawer. Safe there. Very safe there.
Okay. Jess, you feel like that, in hindsight, you feel like that's a good spot to put it in his boxer drawer?
I mean, yeah, because it's not like I go through his shit.
Okay.
I'm not snooping around.
Yeah.
So I just,
So in case you don't know, you haven't seen this viral video yet. Jess comes in, and it's your parents' living room has been kind of romanticized. There's a trail of petals leading to right in front of the Christmas tree, and then it's like a circle of Is it a heart of candles or a circle?
Heart. He put a heart of candles and then petals in the middle, and then he was there waiting for us.
Garage, walk us through your mentality here, man. What was going through? Did you come up with this by yourself? What was the plan?
I'll say it was a team effort.
Okay.
It wasn't just me to lead us to the championship. It was me and my boys.
Yeah.
Okay. You and the boys. Okay. They all came up with the plan. And so
yeah, we were just brainstorming.
Yeah. And who was the candle heart? That was a good one.
Really
I like the candle heart part. That was you?
I would say that was Either Nick or Christoph.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, shout out. Hey, give credit where credit
Oh
is
no,
due.
absolutely. Like the squad, it was like the squad. It was cool. And like when we're all celebrating, Shane was like, "It's not y'all's day, it's our day."
It's everybody's day.
And it genuinely, and I think that's what made it so special, is because it genuinely felt that way. And he also shared with me that he was considering surprising me at Disneyland and showing up.
Yeah,
there.
why not Disney? Because that feels like that could have been the play. I honestly, if I had to guess what was going to happen over the holiday break, I would have assumed you were going to say, "I'm not going to Disney." Show up at Disney, propose at Disney.
That was actually the original plan, but finances, man, that's just too expensive. I can't be doing that, just dropping money like that.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
No, like the ticket and figuring it out. Yeah,
I don't blame you.
And honestly, I'm really happy that it happened the way it did, because I felt like we got to share that with more people versus like being at an amusement park with everybody around.
So I was the part that I was the most shocked about when Jess, because I didn't want to hear the story until we went on the radio. I was kind of shocked that you didn't tell her family. Like they had no idea that you were going to propose. Why did you feel like you didn't want to tell her family in the first place?
Easy. They would have given that up right away.
They sure would have.
100%. He knows better.
They'd have called me. We'd have had him on the podcast talking about it.
If you have a secret, the last people you tell are the Dutres.
Okay, so then take us to the moment. So Jess walks in. You in this video look arguably like you're about to shit your pants. And I remember that moment. Listen, you and Jess, this is something you'll never have to understand, but like you can mentally plan for this. I had mentally planned my proposal for like months. I knew it was going to look like what I wanted. I got there and I was like, blah, blah, blah. Take us to the actual, I want it from your perspective of what actually happened and what was said during the proposal.
Oh yeah, there was no speech written whatsoever. It was all like off the top of the dome.
Yeah. Yeah. Why put effort into it, right?
Yeah. But I feel like it was just more genuine that way.
Yeah.
I agree. Sure.
But prior to like leading to her walking through the door, I think I was more worried of how everything was going to be perfectly planned.
Yeah.
Like the timing of the music. I was more nervous about like the anticipation of waiting.
Yeah.
But in the actual moment, like I just did it, even though I said like life like 3 times. Like I want you in my life for the rest of my life.
That's what Jeff said. He basically said life a lot, which is good. It's a good keyword to use during a proposal. So you said, "I want you in my life for the rest of my life." And you were down. I'm trying to remember the video. You were down. Did you get down on your knee? You did, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get down. And then Jess, of course, Jess, I don't even fucking know what happened to you.
Dude.
You were we couldn't spend the whole podcast talking about your whole emotion.
And I think, and he brought it up to me in the video, how I was like almost just gonna walk through the heart. Like he had to stop. I was so out of body.
You was moving around a lot.
I was literally just gonna like keep walking. He had to like keep me in there and like guide me again. And then like in the video, if you see like he pulls out the ring and he has to like my hand just like flailing. And then he like has a hard time putting it on there just because
here's the thing.
I was so crazy.
It's never as smooth as anyone thinks it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see the proposal that happened on New Year's Eve over on, I think it was on the CNN show?
No.
This guy fumbled so bad. The fact that you were even able to say life 3 times, I feel like you should feel pretty good about yourself. If you had to give yourself a grade on your overall proposal, what would you give yourself, Garage Boy?
Just give me an A.
A.
Give me an A.
Yeah.
Wow. Jess, do you agree? Was it an A?
Totally.
A means there's no room for improvement.
Yeah.
Y'all both felt like there was no room for improvement in that?
No.
I wouldn't have it any other way, honestly.
Oh.
So freaking cute. Can't even stand it.
Same.
So now here you are. You are engaged. What are your thoughts on the upcoming wedding?
Dude.
I just want to know from the Garage Boy stance. We only got a couple minutes with Garage, so I want to make sure. What are your thoughts, your fears, your hopes, your dreams when it comes to your upcoming wedding? Anything you're really excited about or maybe even really nervous about?
I think the thing that I'm most nervous about is definitely making the cuts. Like if you're good enough to be in my wedding.
That's true.
He
No,
said good
hey,
enough.
To be in the wedding.
bro, when you start when you have a dollar amount over somebody's head,
Dude, we just started that process last night, and it's like it sucks. Like literally going from 200 down to 150 saves us $4,000, and it's fucking insane.
yeah. And then going down even more would save you $8,000.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, really start to question who your friends are, which is exactly why. So do you guys have these 50 people that you cut?
Well, not yet. Like we're
Oh.
still like we
Oh.
just started
They-
that yesterday, and we have to
We
do
just wrote out
that.
the list.
Yeah, we have to make those cuts before we talk with the venue.
What
tomorrow.
do you think? What's the criteria of who's getting cut? Like what's going through your head of who, and also why am I on that list?
Tell him. Tell him.
Oh, well, if I haven't spoken to you like within the last 5 years, you're cut.
Okay, that's fair.
I
I think that's fair.
I see it as, who do you want to see you get married?
Okay. Do you feel like there's going to be drama though with that list?
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely with my family.
Same.
There's family you think that you're not going to invite?
Definitely.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's some friends that I'm going to pick over family, and that's not going to fly with most people.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of saying that.
Lord have mercy.
It's hard though. It's hard.
It's hard. Okay, I know we literally have 1 minute with you. So, can we just reenact the proposal one more time?
What?
I want to hear the words. I want to hear the deep thoughts of
Why?
Garage Boy and his proposal. So let's all mentally go there one more time. And Jess walks in. Jess, your reaction one more time, please, in a nutshell.
Just freaking the fuck out. Best day of my life.
Man, you can't go back there. That's a once in a
Hey,
lifetime.
I just want to
Yeah,
hear. I just
it
want to hear it
is.
out of your mouth one more time. Just a proposal one more time, please.
No,
Sure, I guess.
you don't have to do that if you don't want to do that.
Do you remember the words?
No, nobody does.
No.
Yeah, I was like,
This is love.
I'm really grateful you're in my life.
Yeah.
I want you to be in my life for the rest of my life.
Hey! Mazel tov! Love that.
Oh
Love that.
gosh.
All right, get back to anything else, Jess, you need to say?
No,
You
that's
good?
it.
All right, there's Garage Boy, everybody.
Love
Thanks,
you.
Garage.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Later, bro.
Later, guys. Love you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Kramer is so cringe.
What do you want me to say about
I
that?
know.
Because I feel like that's
He's
the
the
first
worst.
time you've ever met Garage Boy.
I can't believe you made him do that.
Oh, come on.
Again.
Come on.
Yeah, you're whack for that.
Come on. That's love right there. We need more
I'm
love.
honestly surprised he did it and he
I am
didn't say
too.
fuck you.
I know, me too. If that's the first time you've heard Garage Boy, he sounds like the most dull human being on the face of the earth, but he's really not.
No.
Why
he's-
does he come across that way though?
He does no, I think it's almost like
He's at work. He's in
No,
the bathroom.
dude,
Hey,
he's in
listen.
the bathroom at work. He literally has 15 minutes. He's just like, what the fuck do you guys want? Like, you guys are literally like, you hear the beep, beep, beep sound.
Like, that's why I love Garage so much, because me and him are kindred spirits. Because honestly, if I didn't work with you two
Yeah.
and y'all call me up like, hey, can you just tell us about this?
That's true.
I'll be so straight monotone.
We're used to just calling radio people and our annoying families, and that's really about all of our families, by the way, are friggin' show people. It
Yeah.
seems like, you know.
Yeah.
And Garage
Yeah.
is like, I'm just a normal ass dude.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do my normal ass proposal and just live my normal ass life over here.
Mhm.
What's this nonsense that you got? All right, Jess, let's focus on you for a second. How do you think it went? You're happy with everything?
Oh, yeah.
You feeling good?
Yeah, I think like him putting that together, I think the reason why it's so perfect and like nothing needs to be changed about that is because he understands like what's most important to me.
Yeah.
And having it be in my childhood home, like during Christmas time when it's my favorite time to be at home. And then I really love him for surprising my parents and my sister and I at the same time. Cause like what was cool is we walked in and everyone was in the backyard. So we got to have that like intimate moment between him I mean, Nick was there too, but like him.
Who is Nick, by the way?
Nick picked us up from the airport, and that's the thing.
And
like,
how do we know? I don't feel like I hear the name Nick a lot.
So like Nick, Shane, Christoph, Chauncey, Amy, Mary, Jarrell,
it's
Stephanie,
all
like
the home crew.
This is just like our bloodline.
Okay.
And like they all had a part in it. Mary canceled her family trip to Florida to be there because she's been my best friend since we were 14.
Yeah.
Jarrell drove to San Diego for a night to fucking be there. Stephanie drove from Vegas for one fucking night to be there.
Yeah, like,
you know, people had work at 2:00 in the morning the next morning and were there. And so they all, and for them to, and like, that's what's really cool. And I think TikTok, the behind the scenes video is going viral too, because you see everyone putting up cameras and like, where should we put this? What should we do? Like all this kind of shit, which was really cool.
Everybody involved.
Yeah. But I think he knew that. And what I appreciate him for was, I know he was asking me to marry him, but it's also like, you know, asking for me to be a part of your family and for you to be a part of mine. And so to do that surprise and have that moment with my parents and my sister was so special.
Yeah.
And something like I'll always treasure.
It's very on brand.
Totally.
It's kind of like what I would picture. I don't, the Disney thing sounds good, but I don't see him pulling it off that way.
Well, and honestly, it's like that, and that would have been so awesome.
Yeah.
But I think,
but to have everybody there,
to be at home and to have the people there who like know us and know our relationship and have been there every step of the way was way more special than like him getting down on one knee in front of a castle.
Yeah, way more intimate.
Totally.
What's the most dramatic thing that's happened since you've gotten engaged? Because now this is what I'm trying to tell Jess is that like life just is going to be, it's going to, and married people, you can attest to this or not. It's like super crazy dramatic and like everyone's all hands on deck, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get the initial shit put together. Everyone's got opinions. Everyone's just trying to touch it. And then it'll kind of dull down once the beginning things. There'll be little things here, little things here.
Like
then
space in between.
Towards the end, it's going to ramp back up and be super crazy again. What has been the most dramatic thing since you got engaged when it comes to this wedding? Anything gone down where it's already been like, oh God?
I'd say not yet, just because we literally just started.
Yeah.
I think yesterday, like literally last night, I got my first taste of how this is going to be, trying to put this together from across the country with my family in California.
Yeah.
And one, it's already aggravating, like just not like trying to put together like a virtual tour, you know. But let's talk about, because I mean, you and I have talked about this, but I know that like if you're following Jess and the wedding planning, you may not know, you've already decided for sure to have it in Stockton. Well, in Sacramento is like 45 minutes near Stockton,
yeah.
And that was a really big decision too, of where I wanted to have it, either Sacramento or San Diego. And honestly, the only reason why we're having it in Sac is because the venue that I found, how much shit is included, is going to make it so much more easier versus like all the other vendors I would have had to find in San Diego. And also another thing, and I realized yesterday, was I don't have anyone in San Diego to be like, hey, can like you go on this tour and like go there for me, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And like I have to rely on my parents to do that.
Yeah.
And I think more than anything, the most shitty feeling I've had so far, and it's just something I'm going to have to accept, is I've always had this expectation, and I always thought that putting the wedding together, like I was going to be able to go to the venue and like do this with my mom and be there with my mom and my sister, whoever, my girlfriends, and go there and be there. And honestly, I was thinking about this last night. Like, I don't know if am I going to have to go find my wedding dress by myself? Like,
no.
Well, no,
of course not.
Well, no, I mean,
Hassan and I will be there.
No, but
no, you know I got your back.
No, but yes, but like I want my.
Can you imagine it?
Yeah,
no,
but
no,
you know
I do
understand.
Saying? You want that?
I wanted my mom, like in my head, and like literally a dream I've always had was like my mom, my grandma, and my like sister being there.
But why can't you have that?
Because it's not as easy for them to pick up and come out here, because I'm gonna have to do it out here.
Why? But why that?
I think the dress has to be.
We took off 8 fucking weeks of vacation last year. Like, what the fuck, dude? You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Well, I think the dress thing has to be done out here for alterations, and I think.
Are you making this up, or this is for sure?
No, this is for sure.
Okay.
This is for sure. I feel like everything is gonna have to be in California, but as far as the dress, like getting alterations, and like yesterday, they had an appointment for us to be able to go see the venue. And I literally would have, if I was there, I would have dropped everything and I would have fucking gone.
Right.
They can't do that.
Right.
And I have to, and I understand that, and I also have to accept that we have to work around other people who, one, are willing to fucking be there for me and help me.
Yeah.
But two, like if I was there, me and Garage would have been like, let's fucking go. We can get there in an hour. Let's go see it. And I can't, and I hate that. But with my dress, with like alterations, like what if I change my mind, like this and that, I need to be able to access that immediately versus like planning a fucking weekend and flying out to California.
Right.
So that's the only thing. And I also logistics. And I also can't expect them to be able to come out here too.
Right. No, you won't be alone. We're definitely going to live stream it, so we can all
not live stream it.
You know, so that's the only
listeners
thing.
can pick dress 1, 2, or 3. It's going to be really, really, really good. I mean, that makes sense. But I think really when it comes to any wedding planning, there's going to be something that's going to be a challenge.
Totally. I mean, the guest list alone, that's probably going to be the biggest challenge over everything.
Sure.
Because I mean, both of our families are big and everyone's passionate, everyone's dramatic, and not everyone's going to be there because it's fucking expensive.
Yeah. Lynn on our YouTube show. And by the way, hi, YouTube. Hi, podcast fam.
Hi.
Good to be back after our little bit of a hiatus here. Lynn on our YouTube show says that she bought her wedding dress and she wished her mom would have been able to come too, but she's out of state as well. It's a challenge, right? That adds like a different.
That's gonna fuck me up for sure.
Well, maybe don't rule it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can't be the first person that's had to do this.
Oh, 100%. And I know that. And
yeah.
I think I'm just mentally preparing myself. Like my aunt told me, she was like, not gonna lie, this is gonna be one of the most difficult things you've ever done. But you also have to be aware of the fact that you're going to have these expectations and they're not going to be met. And you just have to get over it. And I was like, yeah. I'm
going to tell you this right now. You're going to understand at the end of your wedding, it could be the best, and it will be probably one of the best days of your life.
Totally.
Right? It'll be so fun.
Yeah.
You're going to see why people don't have second big weddings.
Totally.
Your body cannot humanly handle doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be possible.
Yeah.
You're going to be thankful you did it.
No, yeah, the day of it's gonna be great, but even just
never
so far,
again.
Just so far,
nope.
like it's gonna be crazy.
Done. Okay, well, we'll have plenty of stuff to talk about when it comes to wedding in the upcoming future. We're taking a break right here. I'm going to come back and I'm going to ask you a question. I'll give you a second to think about before the break here. On a 1 to 10 scale, 10 being the most, how dysfunctional is your family? After this. Okay, on a 1 to 10 scale, how dysfunctional is your family?
1 being what?
1 being
chill as fuck.
The chillest, most healthy family in the world.
10 being Jersey Shore.
10 being some fucking reality show drama.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where does your family lie? Here's the reason I asked this question. Okay, I had a terrible Christmas. I had the absolute worst Christmas I have ever had in my 39 years of life.
Wow.
While we were gone. That's pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
And not even like a close second. I mean, it was like that bad.
And for those who are listening, he's not like, he genuinely feels this way. Yeah, this is a real thing.
I'm genuinely upset
mm-hmm.
by it.
Yeah.
And so I have promised my mother that I'm going to tiptoe around the topic.
Yeah, otherwise there's no certified mama's boy for your ass.
Because she'll quit. No, because
well,
she'll quit my podcast and I'm fucked financially. My family had a very challenging Christmas. And it's still continuing. Like there's people that are not speaking at this point. And it was just not. I'll tell you the story one day. You know how I do. I'll just accidentally tell you. But it was just really bad. And I've never seen my family, and I'm including myself in this, I've never seen my family act this way towards one another. And I know the hardest part about this for me is that it's really eating my mom alive.
Yeah.
Both of my parents really, but my mom I talk to more. And it's really bothering her. She's having a hard time digesting like how, I think we all are, like how this could have gone so bad with 5 people that are a family, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I posted something on Christmas Day on my Insta story. I was like, listen, today was basically a shit show. It was a shit show. Just know if yours was a shit show too, that you're not alone, because I know that what's happening, you're scrolling through social media and you're seeing all these happy families and these smiling faces and everybody's looking like everyone's getting along, and it's tough. It makes you feel even more isolated, right?
Right.
And I can't tell you the amount of responses. I mean, I can, probably 20 responses of like, I know that sounded really dramatic, probably 20 people that responded like, holy shit, same thing. Like my family cannot get along. We always ends up in a fight. There's always something going on. And I guess that was surprising to me because again, social media wants to make you feel the other way. It wants to make you feel like everything's great, everything's good. But I've heard a lot of stories since then. I've heard of families that don't talk to each other. They don't get together at the holidays. There's always some drama brewing. And it was actually really interesting to me. And what I want to try to prove by the end of this segment is maybe dysfunctional is more realistic than functional when it comes to family. So I'm going to ask the question, and YouTube hop in on this as well. On a 1 to 10 scale, 1 being completely functional, great, happy, perfect, quote unquote. 10 being absolutely dysfunctional.
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore. Where does your family lie? Because I would have put my family probably, and I'm adding myself to this, I'm not pointing fingers. I would put my family at probably like a 7.
During Christmas?
During Christmas.
So what would you have rated you guys before Christmas?
5. We slide between 5 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my mom's expectation is that we're supposed to be a 1 and the worst day is a 2. And I'm like, I don't think that's really realistic for that 5 people who, by the way, are all adults now, all living their separate lives, doing their own separate things, separate beliefs, separate everything, are supposed to come together. And that's, you put 5 random people in the room in general, plus you've got X amount of years of like built up, pent up, you're living in a house together. Jess, 1 to 10 scale, how dysfunctional is your family?
10.
10.
Yeah. You think?
Come
on. We're not, and obviously both of us are going to be respectful, but honestly, you think 10?
From what I know,
from shit that I share with you,
it's on the higher end.
And I think
8 to 10.
And I think this is a very interesting conversation because I feel like this is the first time that you're dealing with things like this.
Never had before.
And you're like, wow, I think dysfunctional is actually the more typical thing. Whereas for me, that's all I've ever known.
Right. It's just normal.
Since day one.
You expect to go home and there to be some type of chaotic situation going on.
100%. And there always is, and there was, and then we move on.
Hassan, 1 to 10. 1 being completely, perfectly fine, great, picture perfect, to being reality show. What are you? Your family?
9.
9. And why? You don't have to tell us specifics, but why do you say 9?
Because
let me clear my throat.
No, because
let me start with my sister.
I don't have a sister. I have a brother.
Oh yeah, brother.
We're fine.
Yeah.
It's just
careful.
No, because I kind of talked about it a little bit last podcast that I have that one family member.
Yeah.
That if stuff pop off, it will be my last day on the show.
What about your immediate family though?
That's immediate family.
You would say 9. You guys are 9 dysfunctional.
Oh wait, you so like
just your immediate family. We won't add cousins and everybody else in.
No, but that counts though.
You want to add everybody in?
Yeah, because the first generation is immediate family.
All right.
So your
and I think
aunt
it depends.
and uncle's kids.
It's like you guys have a different situation where it's like just the 5 of you and that's that. Whereas like I think in a lot of other people, including myself, that it's never just the 4 of us. It's never just our business. It involves so many people.
That's
and that's
correct.
How it always
that's
is.
true.
Correct.
It's a big group of people.
You're right. You're
right.
You're
so
right.
like that's what I said. Like if it's like now, if it was just me, my brother, my mother, and father, we're a 2-3.
Okay.
That's nice.
That's nice.
We're a 2-3.
You guys function pretty well.
That's nice.
If we add everyone else into the situation, as like you just said, my mom's brothers, my dad's brothers, and their kids and things like that, then we're a 9, 8, 9.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's probably like when we're going through this, I'm going through some of the YouTube comments.
10.
Felicia said 10. Michelle said 6.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the lowest number we see on here, by the way, is a 6. So more dysfunctional than not.
Yeah.
Crazy 9 says Tina on our YouTube show. Amber initially said -5. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so nice. And then she said, wait, I did that wrong. It's actually a 10. Adventure Jojo said for Christmas, my family is like an 8. Yeah, the holidays do seem to amp things up too. I think there's so much going on.
Yeah.
But then 10, he put 10 for dysfunctional. Tina said it's so bad. We have to go to our parents' house in shifts. Wow. We can't all be in the same house, and there's only 3 kids. Jess, you've been doing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it this way? This is my first taste of like family not getting along. Why do you think it is this way?
I think because there's a lot of things that I'm using that, like, no one in particular, like general.
Careful.
No, whatever. We'll talk about this after the show. I'm sure I'll get a call. But there are so many things that they have not dealt with, like from the very beginning, from their childhood, and some of which is not their fault and some of which it is. And I think that at least with my family, what happens is, and when I say this, like, I also genuinely believe that like the kind of love that we have and share is so 1 in a million.
Sure.
We love each other so passionately and so hard, but we also are very dysfunctional.
Yeah.
And what happens is no one says what needs to be said in a healthy, like, discussion way to each other's face. And then we'll randomly have a blow up where it's just an argument and people are yelling and they're fighting and they're cussing and they're slamming sliding doors and they're walking out and they're huffing and puffing and all this kind of shit.
Right.
And then nothing is said after that.
Right.
And we're just trying. And then I think because everyone's just trying to like go along with, well, it's Christmas, let's not fucking ruin this. And then we go back to having fun again.
Sure.
And all the things that they haven't dealt with, whether it's like individually with them, with their parents, with their siblings, it's never been talked about. And what I hate too is like, I feel like they think that there's no other way or it's too late to really work through that, or they don't take like therapy seriously. And this will go on for however long it does. And I hate that.
It's a good time to mention that you can get 10% off over at betterhelp.com/Kramer.
Do it.
It's facts.
Let me benefit off of your family trauma while we're here.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like
No,
that.
don't say it like that.
But we do need therapy.
Oh, man. All right. That's all we got for you. Thank you so much. Adventure Jojo ends the show today with, I wonder what ratings would be for moms. They probably have it worse. That's true.
I know. Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Amber says unhealed trauma in her family. Yo, we covered a lot today, man. We're all over the place. Off again next week. Guess what? I'm on vacation, bitch. Bye!
Oh my God, we're gonna get in so much.
We're
already in trouble.
So much trouble.
We're already in trouble. This fan wants to go to Tulum. We're already in trouble and we're only 4 days into 2023.
Bye!
Bye.
Lord.
We'll be back the week after. I promise you, I have nothing planned for at least the next month after that. I don't think anything after that period, but
well, all right.
it's
Sure.
fine.
Okay, I believe it.
It's fine. Wait, are you gonna take some more days off?
Well, because I got surgery, player.
Oh yeah, when is that? You don't know yet?
It's like the earliest they had available. What? Want me to say the day?
Yeah.
The earliest they had available was the 27th of January.
Oh my God.
That's Thursday, Friday?
That's a Friday.
Oh, just Friday? That's fine.
Oh, that's fine.
Shit,
That's a
that's good for us,
Friday.
baby. That's good for us. That ain't shit. They don't even blink we take a Friday off anymore, okay? It's bad. We're getting serious, man. We got a serious year ahead of us. It's going to be a really good year. Thank you for being a part of it. Podcast fam, you guys are amazing. We had a huge year last year for podcasting, so thank you for being a part of this. We don't deserve you, but thanks for being part of our dysfunctional podcasting family. Jess, where do we find you in all of your engagement talk?
Oh my God. Just do it. JESSDUITT. And I'm also considering joining Wedding Talk soon. You know, like wedding
Ooh,
TikTok. So
yeah.
I can enter that community.
You should.
I'm excited.
That'd be good. Okay, this is Hassan. This is our producer. He's a great guy. Quite dysfunctional family. How do we find you?
You can find me Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at StanWillie2.
Yep, and I'm that guy Kramer. We love you. We'll see you in 2 weeks, okay? Then I promise we're back on the normal schedule. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Thanks for checking the show out. Bye, YouTube.